Hi there, this is Teresa. Welcome back to the channel. If you're a current subscriber, welcome. If you are new, we're going to look at the next 48 hours. We're going to look at Aries through Pisces. Keep in mind, this is a general collective. Only take it if it resonates. Leave the rest. We are going to look at Aries through Pisces. So I'll put the timestamps down below. Feel free to check out your sun, moon, or rising placement. Only take what resonates. All right, Aries, what's going on for you? You are needing to understand that the situation you're going through in the next 48 hours is a lesson that you're learning something about yourself. There's going to be a fight or a disagreement with somebody, but the lesson is that you need to be more gentle with yourself. You need to love yourself more. You need to have more self-care. You need to heal from the situation and hold back from this person. So in the next 48 hours, there's going to be an argument or a fight, and you're going to ask yourself, why am I going through this? You're needing to learn to put healthier boundaries in place. This person maybe has overstepped their boundaries, and you're needing to hold back from them and then heal from the situation. Taurus, the next 48 hours, what's happening for Taurus placements? Okay, so you're going to feel left out in the cold. You're going to find out somebody's having a party and they didn't invite you. And you're going to feel like, why did they publicly invite everybody else, but they didn't invite me? Well, let's find out what's going on here in the next 48 hours. This could be a coworker. Maybe a coworker's having a get-together, a birthday party or something, and it could even be your boss, that your boss invited everybody else except for you, and you're confused. Why am I not being invited? Well, it looks like there is this is an energy of you being defended. Why you're not being invited? Why are you not being invited? There was a lot of choices and decisions that maybe went into this party planning, and you were left out in the cold because there was only a limited space. There was only a limited number. So now if this was, let's say it's a work conference and only so many individuals from the company could go so that other people could stay behind and actually allow the business to still run, there was only certain choices of number of people that could go. If it's a birthday party, maybe there's only so much space. There's definitely something about a limited number of space, and you're going to feel defensive about it in the next 48 hours. Spirit is saying, use your intuition to be a little more compassionate with the situation. You know, it's kind of like when you get married and you have a wedding. You can only invite so many people based on the space or the capacity that you have with your wedding and your reception. So you need to be a little compassionate over the situation in the next 48 hours because you're going to be tested with that. All right, Gemini. If you want your own personalized, in-depth reading, check out my website, Timeless Divine Tarot. Okay, Gemini, the next 48 hours, you're going to go back and forth with somebody that you feel things haven't went the way you want. You were maybe confident at one point that things were going to work out, things were going to go to the next level, you're going to get into, higher level of commitment, and it hasn't happened. And you're going to be having to read between the lines in the next 48 hours. Yeah, you want something higher, but you've been patiently waiting. You're realizing that you're having to make the decision that your confidence is kind of not confident with what you thought. You were confident that maybe this person was going to promote the relationship to the next level. Instead of just casually dating, you'd be exclusive, or instead of exclusive, you'd be engaged. Instead of engaged, you'd be married. You expected something. Something hasn't finished fully or graduated and matured the way you expect. The next 48 hours, you're making the decision to read between the lines, that you're confident now that if you want to be happy, you may be happy outside the situation, that you have been victimized, or you may be caught up in your head that this is never going to happen. There's something about reading between the lines with the energy around you in the situation in the next 48 hours that's telling you that there it is, there's your intuition being hidden at the bottom of the deck. It's telling you that your confidence of what you thought you were going to get, now you're confident you're not getting it. And you're having to read that energy between the lines. Could be your intuition's very strong. Cancer. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. All right, the next 48 hours, you're going to find out someone is a shady, shyster, snaky, deceptive person, that they have duped you and they're very superficial. You're having some type of truth or clarity that you're going to have to accept the piece that this person maybe has blocked you. And you're going to feel hurt and disappointed over it, but you're going to be forced to see that their mask has fallen. Maybe you find out that this person, you're being very logical. You may find out that this person was talking to other people, that they were going towards other people, that they were maybe married. maybe committed to someone else. You're learning that this person is not somebody who's bringing peace in your life, and you're going to put boundaries in place. And you maybe had been confused or bamboozled for so long, you're realizing it's just not working. It's not going to work the way you expected, and you're finding out this information in the next 48 hours. Okie dokie, let's move on to Leo. If you want your own personalized, in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. Leo, the next 48 hours, say yes. You're finding out that yes, somebody wants to have a family, wants to have children, wants to build a life. They want to have a new beginning. There's it is. You might be getting engaged. There could be a proposal coming in. This is from maybe a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Somebody maybe is going to apologize. They may want to be very ambitious to elevate things. You're finding out there's some type of stability or security you're leveling up with. Could be with your boss. Your boss may be saying, you know what? Yes, I want to promote you. Will you take this job offer? Yes. There could be a somebody maybe sees you and wants to commit to you, and they reach out to you, and they could be an Aries. They could have Aries in their chart. There's definitely something about you saying yes in the next 48 hours to someone that's coming towards you. Okay. Virgo, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. Virgo, the next 48 hours, you may find that somebody that you hooked up with is single, somebody you had a fling with. They try to reach out to you. They try to maybe, give me one more. There's definitely third party all over this. Somebody you hooked up with, you're going to find out this person's actually single. They're coming in with communication. Could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They're confident that, what is this? I don't know, give me one more. Oh, wow, the King and Queen of Wands. This could be somebody you hooked up with, you thought was single, is not single. And you may find out, you may be hurt over this situation. You may get communication from this person in the next 48 hours that they're actually not single. Okay. Libra. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. The next 48 hours, Libra, you need to not take action. You need to pause over a situation. Your intuition is going to tell you to stop. Don't take any action. There's something happens. There's a tower moment. You want to just run away. Don't run away. Be very strong to just pull back with your situation. You need to focus on yourself. It could be something with your partner if you're in a relationship, or maybe you're married. Maybe you co-parent with somebody. There's definitely something here with the tower that you need to use your intuition. It's saying, wait, you're going to get a sign, but don't run away from this tower moment. It may shock you, but you're needing to stay and wait before you make any type of decisions in the next 48 hours. Scorpio, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. Scorpio, in the next 48 hours, you deserve the best, and you're going to recognize in the next 48 hours, you don't have to settle. Somebody's going to hurt and disappoint you, and you're going to realize, you know what? This is a blessing in disguise that I need to commit to myself, and I need to be single and independent. So you're being illuminated that you maybe had been settling with this person, and you don't want to settle any longer. Sagittarius, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. All right, the next 48 hours, you're going to realize that it's time for you to spring into action with something. There it is. There's an opportunity that maybe something for the long term that you're needing to take action. So it could be with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Somebody maybe wants something long term with you, and you're needing to take action for that long term situation. Capricorn. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. The next 48 hours, you might be feeling rejected, and you might be in denial about why this rejection is here. I'm hearing rejection is protection. Somebody that you thought was going to work out, they make you feel at a loss or abandoned. It does look like this is an opportunity that you're supposed to be rejected by, because there's somebody else that you don't see as actually supposed to come towards you. That's the reason why you're in denial about this rejection, but because you don't understand it, but trust the process of why it's happening. Aquarius, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. All right, Aquarius, the next 48 hours, what's going on with you? You're going to find out that you've sacrificed a lot for your particular person, and they're not sacrificing a lot for you. It does look like they are going to restore faith after maybe you end things with them. There's going to be some type of change in the situation. It's significant. You may feel kind of at the middle of the road of what you want to do. It does look like this person wants to fix things with you. They're going to make the necessary changes to heal things. We've got major arcana here, so this is something very significant. Could be they chose their job or their friends or their family. Pisces, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. All right, Pisces, you're going to find out in the next 48 hours somebody you released that was a karmic connection, because somebody new is coming towards you. Yeah, you're going to feel really strong in your virtue that ex, the one that you recently released, you're going to feel like, you know what, I'm glad I walked away from that person, because somebody else is coming towards you. You may actually meet this new person at work, and you're going to realize that this ex that you let go of was actually very toxic and negative, and this new person is coming with a fresher breath air. They're bringing a lot of happiness and a lot of inner joy.